Hi Libra, welcome to Unseen Hands Healing. I'm Amanda, and this is your reading for July 2019 and the new moon eclipse in Cancer. So we're starting off with a lot of conflict here. A lot of conflict. You've got the Five of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Seven of Wands, Nine of Wands, Seven of Cups, and then the 10 of Cups and 8 of Coins. So all of this fighting has to do with, I believe, your work, something that you are working very hard to build, something that feels like it's your craft, it's your work out in the world, and it's an extension of who you are, and therefore an extension of what makes you happy. We do have the 10 of Cups here, so as I go over all of this conflict energy, please don't lose sight of the fact that we have the 10 of Cups. We have your wishes, hopes, and dreams for happiness here, and the promise of deliverance for those with these rainbows. So keep that in mind. But here with the Five of Swords, we've got conflict. There's no way around this here. There's conflict happening, and the hit that I got as soon as this card came out is if you keep putting your hand in there, you're gonna get stabbed. You know, it's like you keep trying to put your hand in this conflict and you're gonna get a sword in it, because that's just what this is. It's sort of like everybody fighting over the world here, everybody fighting over the vision. This orb feels like a vision. Everybody fighting over this vision, and if you try to get your hand in that pot, it's just too much. The medicine of the Five of Swords is often just, can you separate yourself from this? Can you walk away from this? Can you step back? And it looks like you're feeling like you need to, because whatever this conflict is, it's the Five of Wands is also an internal conflict, and it's often, I see it as part of the creative process. It's sort of a necessary messiness that happens along the way when you are trying to build your dream here. So you're trying to build your happiness, you're trying to build your dream, and here comes the messy part of the process, and it's messy. It's really uncomfortable, it's not pretty, it feels like crap, and there is potential for people to get hurt here. And it's causing you quite a bit of confusion here with the Seven of Cups. It's like, it's introducing so many other things into the mix that you didn't expect. And all of those options are now floating around in your headspace, and you're exhausted. You're just exhausted. It's like this person has stuck through this process for so long, and now they're feeling beat by it. They're feeling really beat. They're feeling really tired. They're feeling kind of like left for like decay, you know, like people just left them. They're alone here. They've got this like sour look on their face because they're exhausted and tired. There's also a lot of fences and a lot of walls in this card. So you may be feeling the need to sort of defend yourself at this time against all of this Five of Swords, Five of Wands, confusion energy around your work. You may be feeling the need, because you're so mentally and emotionally and physically exhausted, that you need to like wall up and defend the little reserves that you have left here. And the Seven of Wands is reiterating that. It's, again, more fighting energy. Now, the good news is I chose this card to be what Spirit is doing on your behalf, or what's happening in the unseen realm behind the scenes, what you can't see, but what is happening energetically for you. And that is the Seven of Wands. And I see this person like rushing in with wands to help fight. And this being, it looks like an angel, almost like a spiritual being, and it's got the flash orb around its head. You can see that. And they're coming in with two wands, like major help. A wand in each hand, like, okay, there's all of these 5 wands down here that are causing you struggle and conflict. It's like energetic forces are coming in with reinforcements. That's what I'm feeling here, because it's like whatever you are working towards really is for your highest good and greatest joy. It really is the thing that you wish and dream and hope for. But right now it's in major struggle. It's exhausting you. It's so confusing, and you can't see the way forward without more conflict. And Spirit is really saying you have to back off. That's what I'm getting from the Nine of Wands. Like, you have to back off and take care of yourself. And it's cool because we're coming in with reinforcements. So let's get some clarity on this and see what's really going on here. So can we get some... Let's start off with the Actually, let's start off with the 10 of Cups and 8 of Coins. What is this that Libra is trying to build? Oof, we got the Devil. So there's something that you're trying to have a breakthrough on, actually, and this is really, this makes a lot of sense because we have tons of 5 energy here. The 5s, like the 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords, are right in the thick of the middle of the process, like the messiness of conflict, of trying to work something out. It's major growing pains, and that always tends to happen right before a big breakthrough. And the Devil comes in promising a breakthrough, saying these chains that used to bind you, that used to hold you back and keep you stuck, no more. The breakthrough is about to come. So this is really good news for this thing that you are working towards. Let's see if we can get something else here. Some more clarity. Okay. Oh, nice. The King of Wands. Yeah. So whatever this is, it's like perhaps I think that whoever, you know, the folks that I'm tapping into here, this thing that you're trying to work towards, the thing that you're trying to build towards your happiness, is requiring you to blaze some trails. It's requiring you to do things that people haven't done before, and to think outside the box and sort of write the script as you go. And that is an incredible, it requires an incredible amount of boldness and courage on your part to be able to do that. The King of Fire here is you. This is you, Libra, as you are moving, blazing this new trail, going towards this new territory. And breaking the chains of the Devil is no easy task. You need the King of Wands to do that. You need that level of soul fire and conviction and motivation and trailblazing of doing things unconventionally to come in there and say, I'm not going to do things like I've done them in the past. I'm breaking these cycles, or I'm not going to do it the way everyone else does. I'm breaking free into something new. So I feel like this is just some validation for you, Libra, that you are on the right path and you're doing the right thing here with whatever it is that you're trying to do. And it makes sense because whatever this is so big. This is such a massive process and such a new process that it really makes sense that you're experiencing this conflict right now. So let's clarify the 5 of Swords. What's going on? What is this fight? Okay. Very interesting. We have the Page of Swords. So more swords, some sort of communication issue. Let's get more info. 5 of Swords, Page of Swords. Okay. Yikes. 5 of Pentacles. It seems to me like whatever this new endeavor is, it's such a new trail to blaze that there's a big fear of loss. There's a really big fear of loss, a really big fear of losing your chips, of losing your investment on every level, you know, financially, energetically, relationships involved. And it really could feel like this conflict is motivated by that fear. That's what I think. The immaturity in communication with the Page of Swords that's happening here, this immature communication, is because everybody's afraid. Whoever's fighting here is afraid of losing this investment, afraid of losing this thing that you just started. Let's get some clarity on the 5 of Wands. What is the messiness of this process? Okay. We've got the Seven of Wands, which is, again, reiterated here in the help from the unseen hands. We have the Sun, and we have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, wow. Very interesting here. So the Seven of Wands, you can see it's a person with a bull head here. Two people, it's like a person fighting the Minotaur, fighting the person with the bull head. So there's an element of stubbornness that's going on with this Five of Wands. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling, the stubbornness with the bull. And this person is trying to pierce through with the truth. They're trying to pierce through with the sword. And the bull is sort of catching all their punches and fighting tooth and nail every step of the way. So perhaps with some sort of idea that you're trying to get off the ground here, there's someone in the mix collaboratively, or maybe just a force that you feel that is just fighting you tooth and nail, fighting you every step of the way. And perhaps the fight is about structure. We have the Four of Pentacles here. This is like a stuck energy in terms of, like, again, the Four and the Five of Pentacles are interesting together because sometimes if you're motivated by a fear of loss, you tend to hold on to the things that you have. Hold on to your ducats, you know, hold on to your pentacles. Sorry for the Shakespeare reference. That was tacky. But you tend to hold on to what you do have because there is a real risk of loss here. And I think that's where the stubbornness is coming in. It's like, no, we have to hold on to the structure that we have. We can't blaze this new trail. We can't break these old chains, because if we do, we're not going to get the money that we're hoping for. And here's the Sun, you know, coming out in all of this. This spirit of illumination, the energy of this card is just like, whoosh. You know, it's like the sun rising over the hills. I'm getting the Three of Wands, this image of a person up high on a cliff waiting for their ships to come in. And I'm getting the image of at sunrise, at dawn, all of a sudden they can see the ships on the horizon. So the sun is coming out here. Illumination is happening. And the sun coming out with, you know, right underneath the Ten of Cups. This is towards your happiness. It's like, this thing is going to happen and it's going to be great, but there's just some struggle that needs to be worked through and some chains that need to be broken regarding old beliefs of scarcity and old systems, old structures that you are holding on to for dear life that you no longer need. Okay, so what's the Seven of Cups? What's all this fog and confusion? Yeah, the Ten of Cups reiterated, all right? So there's confusion around the dream, all right, and the world. So it's like something is ending and there's a new beginning inherent with the world. Something ends and something new begins, and we have someone just ready to pop with birth here. So this endeavor, this thing that you are working towards, it is a birth. If you are, you know, an entrepreneur and you are working on a new business or you're working on a new creative endeavor, it really is like a birth. And when you have you know, along with birth is also death. It's like death to something old so that something new can happen. So there's a bittersweet energy here with this ending in the World card. And then we have the Ten of Cups reiterated. And I'm also feeling this Ten of Cups as an ending, because the tens are ending, you know, even though this is an ending that evokes your greatest happiness. It's like, okay, here we go. I'm getting a thing here. In order to in order to move towards the happiness, the dream that you have for this project, this dream that's coming from within you, all of the very many options and all the ways it could unfold and all the ways it could go, All the options you have in front of you, you got to release them. Check those hands out. Just open in hands, releasing the cups to the sky. That's the ending in the 10 of Cups, is saying, okay, this is my dream, but if I hold on to it and try to keep it here on this earth, I'm missing it. It's not going to manifest. It's not going to come back to me. You really do have to let go of what you love if you want it to come back. So take all of these cups, all of this confusion, all of the many different ways that you could see this going, all the different hats in the ring, and just release them up to spirit. Because there is a massive ending and new beginning happening here with the World card. And I think it's going to clarify a lot of this mess for you once that ending happens. And we are entering eclipse season right now as this is going live for you all. So if there's ever a time for a birth, it is a new moon eclipse. A simultaneous ending and new beginning. So this Cancer new moon eclipse could be really big for this situation for you. And if not, there's a full moon eclipse coming later in July. So there's plenty of eclipse energy to be had here this summer. Let's clarify this 9 of Wands for Libra. Why is the 9 of Wands here for this situation? Okay, yeah. Sheesh. 8 of Cups. You got to walk away, my friends. And that's what I was feeling with this. You have to protect your energy because whatever this fight is really exhausting you, and it is sucking your life force. It is sucking your valuable life force that you absolutely need as the King of Wands to do what you have to do to break these chains and the devil and blaze an entirely new trail free of the old cycles and old beliefs that would hold you back. You cannot engage in this fight. You have to choose to walk away from all 8 of those cups, which is really hard to do. It's like all of these options with the 7 of Cups and then the 8. It's like you've got a lot of cups accrued here, a lot of emotional investment in this thing. But I think you need to walk away. The person in the 8 of Cups makes this really hard decision to move on from a very meaningful emotional investment to them. They make the decision to walk away towards the path that is right for them. It's like the hermit with their lantern of their inner truth out in front of them, walking out into the dark. You're choosing, or perhaps the advice here is to take your inner truth and walk your path. Even though you've invested in this really heavily, it may be time to leave the group, leave all the fighting, and go solo. Blaze your own trail. Let your heart lead you forward. So this may be walking away from your collaborators. This may be, this may mean this may be your go solo album, but this could also be just walking away from the fight. Walking away from the fighting and saying, I'm not playing. That does not align with my being. That does not align with my inner truth. And I'm not playing this game. So when y'all are ready to stop fighting, then perhaps we can talk about continuing to work together. I don't know. Let's see. Spirit's coming in with the 7 of Wands. What's this about? What's that going to do? Oh, good. The 6 of Pentacles. It's going to bring balance and reciprocity in this work situation. Okay, because there's not reciprocity happening right now. So it's like Spirit has to come in and fight for you. And part of this is like giving you the fuel to stand up for yourself. That's what I see with the 9 of Wands. It's like, this is exhausting the crap out of you. And I think you need to isolate for a second, get really clear on what your truth is in this situation, get into your King of Wands firepower, which is going to be granted here from Divine, like coming in with these 2 wands, like, watcha, here you go. There's the power that you need. And then that's going to help you make that 8 of Cups decision to perhaps move on from this situation in some way. And that standing up for yourself is going to bring balance and reciprocity, which is what you need and what you deserve with this financial situation. Ooh, 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 very interesting. Nice. We got the Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So we have the King and the Queen here as your allies. The King and Queen of Fire. You are fire inside with that Queen. You know your power. You know your magic. You are ready to take that inner fire and use it creatively out in the world. So I would say the advice here is trust yourself, trust your instincts, trust your own fire, your own passion, and where that is leading you, because it is leading you in the right direction. Don't get caught up in mental struggles. If this is like an external struggle with other people, or it could be an internal struggle within yourself. Don't get caught up in this Five of Swords nonsense. Don't get caught up in immature communication. Don't get caught up in scarcity thinking that you're going to have a financial loss or an internal loss of some sort. If you do this, don't be stubborn in that way. Don't cling to old systems just because it feels more secure. It's not. It is more secure to walk in alignment with your truth, even if that means blazing a new trail, which it usually does. Breaking old chains of the past, doing that hard work to have this breakthrough, and do something totally new that's going to bring you that 10 of Cups happiness that you are really working towards, and the reciprocity that you deserve financially, emotionally. Something about this situation needs to come to an end with the world so that you can have the new beginning that takes you towards that 10 of Cups happiness. Let's get one more card here for Libra. July 2019. Can we get a major arcana card here from the Botanical Tarot? Just to give us a sense of the overall advice for Libra here. July 2019, at the time of this new moon eclipse in Cancer. All right. Yep. Okay. I'm just double checking the key here. Yeah, it's Judgment. It's the Easter Lily. I love that for this spread for you, Libra. The Easter Lily and Judgment is all about second chance. Something that was dead rises again. We have a rebirth. We have a phoenix rising here. It's Judgment Day. So in this situation, that could mean that you walk away and you birth something new. And like, that's your awakening. That's your big Judgment Day moment. That's your rising from the dead, is you breaking these old chains and going off to trailblaze on your own. This could also be that if this is talking about a battle with collaborators, once all of this chills out, and it's going to chill out because you take the stand. You stand up. You stand up for yourself and stand up for your energy, protecting your energy. And when you do that, there's an opportunity for a rebirth here. There is an opportunity to have a second chance. So the second chance is either with or without the people that you are currently fighting with. Or if you are not fighting with any other people, if this is an internal battle that you're dealing with, there's a second chance for this dream that you're trying to build. There is absolutely a chance for its resurrection here. But you've really got to stand up for yourself, to stand up for the reciprocity that you deserve, and have the courage to break chains, to have this breakthrough, to not be held back by confusion, by fighting, by internal stubbornness, by clinging to old ways. Nope. Blaze a new trail, Libra. Use your fire power, because you got it. You really do. Not only do you have that, but you have the 8 of Coins here. You have the practicality that it takes to actually build this dream. You've got the fire. You've got the practicality. Do it. Trust yourself. Don't stand for any of this BS. Okay. Libra, that was your July 2019 reading and the reading for the new moon in Cancer. So if you enjoyed this video, please do click that like button so that it can get out to those who need it. Subscribe to my channel so we can stay connected as we go further into eclipse season here, into the summer. And if you like what you heard and you want more, you can join my Patreon. All of the links are in the bios below. I've got lots of free resources on there for you, so be sure to check it out. Talk to you soon.